Hi, I'm Shruti Venkatesh, and I'm currently working as a senior correspondent with Outlook Business. Before this, I was with Forbes India and Z's digital website, which is India.com. But before we get to how I actually started working with these publications, I would like to tell you a little about how I really started out in the field of journalism. I did my bachelor's in mass communications from Ramnarayan Ruya College, but it was it because I didn't have anybody in my family who was already working in journalism. So it was difficult to get to the interview table, and that is why I decided to do a post graduation in journalism from Xavier's Institute of Mass Communication, which is XIC, in Bombay. And that really helped me to get access to the big publications, media houses, etc. And I was fortunately uh, able to get a job with Forbes India, which is one of the premium business publications, as my first job. I was 21 when I joined Forbes, and it was obviously very difficult, being a fresher in the field of journalism and being working in such an esteemed publication. But I think that's what helped me to literally jump onto the field, meet the corporate biggies, make my contacts, and learn how to structure stories, write stories, and literally learn everything on ground, put into practice everything that I'd learned in my 3 years of graduation and 1 year of post graduation. And it's been a great run so far. This might sound unusual because for most of us, we always have like a list of professions that we want to pursue after school. So some of us think teacher, doctor, engineer, etc., etc. But somehow for me, I was always clear that I want to do something in the field of communications, not because I'm a huge extrovert or something. I'm a very introverted person, but I loved writing. I loved English, geography. Those are the subjects that interested me. And in school debates, extempos, all these competitions, I would always be at the forefront, try and win as many as possible. So I think right from my fifth or sixth standard, I was clear that I want to do something in the field of communication. Journalism, I figured, I think, after my 11th and 12th in arts, because I realized that plainly doing a BA is not going to really help me have a great career. I was sure that I don't want to be a teacher because the quality of students that we ourselves were, I knew that the next generations are going to be even worse. So realizing that you want to do something in the field of communications is one thing, but actually working towards it is another. Especially because my family, I am a South Indian, so there are bankers and engineers in my family, extended family, friend circle, everything. So I really didn't know where to start. But what I did realize is, if writing is my passion, then I should write. So I started blogging at I think right from the age of, I think, 13 14, I would write poems, I would write essays. These were not like school essays. Like, I would write the autobiography of Chetak, which is this Bajaj's premium scooter. So I would write that. I would write all of it in a diary. And because blogging was obviously not common, but I call it my blog, which is my written blog. And once we had access to WordPress and all, around 11th, I think I had digitalizing whatever, all my written stuff. I had started putting all of that content online. There were moments when I was angry, whatever, everything I would write. So I think channelizing all my emotions, all my thoughts about anything and everything into the written medium helped me not just fine tune my writing skills, but also improve my language, and also not react to situations badly. So the first step was writing. The second step was obviously reading. The more you read, the more you learn. So it was fiction, non-fiction, any textbooks. Most of us would fall asleep while reading a history textbook, but I would just read it and read the way how a story can be narrated as a fictional story, as a non-fiction story. So just reading helps a lot. And thirdly, researching, because you need to know. You can't blindly say, writing is my passion and I will do something. So this something can be anything, but you have to find out that niche that you want to occupy, whether you want to interview and write, or whether you want to just travel and write, whether you want to join the corporate communications team of a company and write. So these are very different types of writing, and each requires a separate skill set. So when I started writing, I realized that my leaning is more towards feature writing. So typically a newspaper would have the news in the first paragraph and then the rest of it. But I realized that my writing style is more features, wherein I would begin with a nice story and then get to the news of it. So that is why, if you see in my career, I've worked with uh, Forbes India and Outlook Business, which both of these are magazines, and magazines have a very long form writing style, which suits my personal writing style. So it's important to read, research, and also understand the niche you want to occupy in the field that you want to pursue. So, in terms of achievements, these are really personal achievements because being in the field of journalism and getting to report on ground. So, journalism typically has two sets of professionals. One is called the desk, which edits the stories we write, and the second is reporters who actually go on field and report. So, fortunately, I got the opportunity to report right from my first job, and hence had the opportunity to meet really the celebrities of the business world, the entertainment world, etc. So one of my personal achievements would be, getting a chance to meet celebrities like Kareena Kapoor Khan, Sachin Tendulkar, Malinga, or Karan Johar. I got an opportunity to interview these people. In terms of creating an impact, I don't know if it's an impact, but the fact that especially when the magazine stories get published online and you get to see the number of views that your stories have received, or when I did a story on Pulse Candy and Paperboat. So these are products that all of us consume as consumers, but I love this fact about my job, that if I love a particular product, I can speak to the management, learn how they thought of this product, and then getting a feedback from the company of what they liked about the story. That I think is the real joy of being in this field, and the real impact is at present personal, because I get to learn a lot with every interview that I do. So thus far, I have, my career has largely been restricted to business journalism, where it's corporates, it's the business of entertainment. All of it has been related to business, and in the print medium. But now going forward, what I would like, actually at Outlook Business, I've got this opportunity where we are coming out with a separate platform for women entrepreneurs. And while interviewing these people, I've realized that there are so many of these smaller startups, smaller, local stories that need to be told. Yes, the corporate conglomerate stories are important at a national level, but personally, I would love to cover the smaller, businesses, the MSMEs in India, and I think that's my next goal. Where personally, I would love to, professionally, sorry, I would like to work with a broadcast company, with a television channel, etc. Of course, that's a natural progression as a journalist, but personally, I want to be able to cover the stories of the of women who have dared to go against all odds, and start something out on their own. There are acid attack survivors whom I covered in our recent issue. So those, or there is Gauri Sawant, who is a transgender woman who has created a name for herself. So these are the kind of women I want to profile, and I want their stories to reach a wider segment of readers, because that I think will in turn inspire a lot more women to go out and pursue their dreams. So I think that's the impact I want to create. For now, I think my career was with print journalism, but I think the obvious shift is towards digital. So even at Outlook Business, we have started focusing a lot more on video interviews. So every interview we do is not just audio recorded, but also video recorded. We are expected to be hands on in terms of when we have our events, we're expected to quickly do an interview on Instagram, Insta TV, or if there is a panel happening, we're expected to tweet about it. So you have to know social media, you have to know how to handle the camera, you have to know how to at least create an amateurish video, with basic editing. So it's very important. In journalism school, we would call this a backpack journalist, wherein you literally in your backpack you have all the skill sets. So it's no longer enough to just write. You have to know to write, you have to know to video edit, you have to know to take good pictures which can be used, and with our high end camera phones, I think it's become fairly easy. So it's important to brush up your skills, keep learning, and just like for a doctor, or an engineer, the learning never stops. Even in journalism, the learning never stops. It's never enough. And you have to learn about different beats. You don't have to be like the master in one specific beat, like only politics. You have to know a little about everything, because that's what a journalist has to be, a jack of all trades, literally and figuratively. And going forward, this field is obviously moving towards digital. So the more of these skill sets you have in your armor, it is going to really help you to go on to the next level and go on to better companies with better pay, because that's what everyone is looking for. Nobody wants one specialization. Everyone wants someone who can do everything in situations. So my advice is, me personally also, I was quite enamored by the journalism that was shown in this film called Page 3, which featured Konkana Sen Sharma, and I was like, wow, it's all about attending glitzy parties and film parties. You get to meet the biggies every day. Everybody knows you. You're so famous. but that's not really how it is. It takes a lot of years. At the age of 40, I think, is when, you know, people like Rajdeep Sardesai, Arnab Goswami, all these people got recognized because they've put in so much effort, hard work for all these years. They've been consistent in terms of breaking stories, being on ground and reporting. So it's not really, it's not that, you know, if you don't want to do anything else in life, you can just do journalism because उसमें लगता क्या है, बस थोड़ा बहुत बोल लो and हो जाएगा. It's really not that. I'm not trying to say it's very hard work. As long as you have a passion for identifying stories, it can be business, political, startup, anything, but you have to have a passion for finding stories and communicating those stories through print or broadcast or digital medium. And also, you know, just don't pursue journalism because it's become a new cool thing or whatever, or, you know, you want to be a part of the media industry. There are 1,001 ways in which you can be a journalist or a part of this industry. Figure out what your way is. Figure out whether you want to be an advertising professional, because that's also media, or you want to, in journalism, you want to do travel writing, you want to do political writing. It's read a lot, because when you read, you realize what you like reading more, and then eventually writing more on it. So it's a very broad umbrella term. Find out that one thread that you want to follow and then pursue it rigorously, because that's really going to take you far in this field, where everybody is a generalist, but you can be a specialist in one particular segment. And then, of course, going back to my previous point, having the skill sets of video, print, digital, etc., to cover that particular specialist thread.